How you doing, Ma? Should I tell a funny story about how I was so excited because I woke up and it's Artie's birthday and I went to the store to get dog ice cream for all the dogs so they could celebrate. Then I came home and we sang Happy Birthday Artie Pants, only for me to look at my phone and realize that today's the 23rd and not in fact the 24th, which is his in fact birthday. But I'm going to tell his birth story. He's going to be 14, God willing, and the creek don't rise tomorrow, August 24th, which incidentally is the same birthday as my brother. He's going to be 53. We're only going to celebrate Artie, though, because he's the only cool one. You know, and so, and it's amazing. You know, my dog, it's so funny because his temperament is he is the most willful animal. I went and got Benny. I went and paid. I have 4 rescue dogs. I failed 2, and 2 I kept on purpose. Well, I kept them all intentional, but, I foster failed 2. So, but I took Benny to get, and I paid to learn how to train my dogs, because what did they say? A dog that's trained is a happy dog. An obedient dog is a happy dog. So I was like, all right. So I did that, and first thing Benny did was first thing like class started, Benny walked right up to Melissa, the teacher, lifted his leg and peed on her shoe. I was like, right on. Okay, here we go. And so. Just nonchalant, just doop-a-doo, been-a-doo, Marge, been-a-just the guy, Marge, that's it, been-a-the guy. You want up there, Tuck, with Luna? And then, so, the 2, you want up this way? Here, come up this way. Already, August 23rd, his person, his mom was pregnant, and her person, that had her went to jail. So she was down from Kansas, out of Kansas, the Missouri side, and so, or maybe it was what? Now it's 14 years ago. Anyway, so the mom went into labor August 23rd when as a result of the stress that she was under, because the person that she was the dog for went to jail, and so Artie's mom went into rescue, and then the next day, August 24th, Artie's mom had 9 puppies, and they named all the puppies because the pet rescue, Basset Beagle Rescue of the Heartland, they rescue so many dogs that they run out of names. So at that time, they were using names from Glee. And Artie got the little wheelchair kid because he was the runt. And I can relate to him the most. That's, I think, why I picked him, because I was a runt when I was born. And so, understanding frequency the way I do, I could always see how his temperament, and it's so funny because I get how energy works, and it's so funny to see him grow up, because when I learned in that dog, what they tell you to do is to break the dog's will, and you put the leash on the dog. This is how they train you at the dog training place, and they have you grab the leash where the collar is and just bring the dog down and put its shoulder on the ground. And that's it. And then let it stand up. Right? That's how that's how they break horses, like to break their will, and to say, and at that point on, you're going to take this person as your higher power. Ooh, look at that gun. I got a little gun. Not bad for a 50-year-old lady. It's a 9mm. So the only guns I shoot with, and my camera, I take it back. And so I did. Benny, Tucker, they were all no problem. They relented. They're like, yeah, whatever. Well, Artie, I was out there. I think I quit at the 24-minute mark because I had to go to a meeting or something like that, so I had to leave. And I always had it in my heart that mom taught us when we were little that you don't take your will over a never living creature. And I watched my brother, he would do that shit all the time. He would take the cat and he would hold it against its will until the cat would relent, and God, man, sometimes I really wish I could ignore stuff like ignorance and bliss, but the shit I fucking pick up on is crazy. It's crazy. So, 24-minute mark, Artie wouldn't relent, and I'm just like, and he just wouldn't. He's like, he wouldn't relent his will. And so if I was like, dude, it ain't my duty to freaking, break the will of an animal. And so I was like, that's cool, And it was at that point that I decided that, because all these dogs are rescued, they all came from shitty environments, they don't know. I mean, I teach and I train them, but sometimes there's extenuating circumstances, and they're going to do things that I don't want them to do because they have their own will, because they're animals like we're animals, right? We're not always going to be in alignment, and I'm not going to freaking express that in an angry way, and because by the time you see, like, they make a mess, and by the time like rubbing their nose in it, they're just like, why are you doing this? They don't know. They don't make the connection unless, like, there's all these, ways that animals behave, and then people try to put human behavior and will on animals, and it's absurd. And then they get mad and beat their dog and stuff like that. And so I decided a long time ago, my dogs, I get frustrated with them. Oh yeah, I get mad at them, because I could tell sometimes they're just, Benny's just has his own will, and he's willful, he'll do what he wants, and he's my problem child. I love them all so much. They add so much to my life. I would be a much angrier person if I didn't have the love of my dogs. I'm so fucked up. I need 4 emotional support animals. And I'm one of those people that it's like, she looks okay, but my body, I fight every day just to live. Just to tell myself that I want to live every day. Because every time I go out or I look at something on the internet, and I'm doing it less and less, I'm falling off planet Earth is what's happening, because I don't want to play their stupid reindeer games, and I participated and went along with shit for a real long time, and I don't have the heart to do it no more, because I go against myself. And every time I go against myself and I do something that the group does and that group causes harm, that's when I sell my soul and just being a part of Operation Iraqi bullshit. I'm sorry for my service. I'm so sorry for my part in the killing of tens and thousands of people. So I made $1,800 and I used that to rent Mom a car to drive my, at the time, I'm going to tell this story. Everybody's like, thinks Marines are big and bad and stuff like that. Universes just wants me to see the truth because it's, it's my frequency. and I guess cardinal signs, like, they're really, like, things are supposed to be getting real good for that. And that's, like, so much of my chart. A Mary's Sun, Scorpio Moon, the first 2 houses on my house system are in Cancer, and 7 and 8 are in Capricorn. It's a lot of activation for me. I have a terrible time differentiating my body, energetic body, and my mind body, because they're so intertwined. And it takes me a great deal of effort to keep them separate, and to keep my emotions separate from other people's, because it's easy for me to get caught up. Because I'm impressionable. I don't have any earth in my chart, and I feel like we're cakes. I wrote this down. I came up with this clever quip. I'm not gonna be able to find the paper now, I bet. God, I'm having a terrible time finding stuff. Is this it? I think this is it. I wrote down all about, this is the one I wrote last night. Where's the other one? I think I left it out by the grill. I'll be right back. And wait, is this it? No, that's not it. I'll have to talk about that later. You didn't have to get up, my love. Wait, here's one, here's another one. We're like energetic elements of cake. Okay, I've got that all mixed up. Like our energy field, the way, like, we're all made up of earth, wind, and fire, right? Because of our elements, astrologically speaking. And usually, because of what we're supposed to learn in our lifetime, universe, creator says, we're going to make sure that everybody has struggles, like areas that they need help, so that they can keep the balance. You can't have everybody knows how to do everything, because then everybody's independent, and we're a collective consciousness, and that just keeps everybody separate, right? I don't have any earth in my chart. It is very, very difficult for me. I have water, I have air, and bloop, just a little, enough fire to make things real steamy. And that I'm a little teapot, short and stout. People used to have me do that because I talk funny, and they just laugh at me. But I think, they're entertained. Whatever. Whatever. At one point, I'm like, I'm not doing that no more. No. I keep doing it, and it's not fun for me, but it's so fun for you. What do I get? You know what I mean? I mean, talk about the epitome of a fucking people pleaser. I learned to change, though, so I have hope for those people pleasers out there. So I don't got earth. It's like, so when I don't got earth and the energy spin up, it's really hard for me to stay grounded. So I have to do things like use my little dumbbell. Or before this talk started, I went up and I do this walk dancing thing. I don't know how to describe it. I guess it's just something I've done for a long time, and it's my exercise because I gotta stay loose. I did just see a woman somebody did a procedure where they did electronic acupuncture, and I think I might want to see if somebody wants to come to Taos and bring their machine, because I don't think anybody here does that, and that would benefit me a great deal. I know it would. Electricity would soothe my soul, Well, I ain't getting no lobotomy or shit like that. People take shit too extreme. Dumb people down. Although the VA did send me a machine that I can give myself electric pulses on my third eye, I won't use it though, because my third eye is open and it's activated, and I ain't gonna fuck with it. Never had none of those tests done where they fucking jabbed a cotton swab up my nose. Mom never had one. So anyway, I gotta be disciplined. I gotta take the extra discipline on taking care of myself, because I gotta use my energy wisely. Because if I don't, that's when shit gets sour. That's what we're seeing going around the whole planet Earth right now. Is everybody's just going around doing whatever they want, and the consequences are freaking dire. Consequence. It is such a good idea not to live that best life. I recommend that nobody live that best life, because it's in the struggle and the strife that you grow, and you don't want to stay in that same mentality of a 15-year-old person when you're 75, 80, 90, 60, 50. I got that 15-year-old mentality. It is very hard for me to act like a 50-year-old mature woman. I don't do it. That's why I don't go out. because of my mouth. And things that I say are very offensive. But things people do, I think, are stupid. And I don't want them to be unsafe and have somebody that's less tolerant, them to face them and then lose their life because people are freaking shooting people for all kinds of reasons and Taco Bell parking. Like it's no holds barred, man, just because of people's free will. So they're freely, consuming all of these toxins, food, with their free will, alcohol, all marijuana, all this stuff. I don't like dispensary weed. And I gotta use it until I find somebody else that, because harvest is coming up because my plants got stolen. Because people freely feel compelled to take from me. But I'm not gonna let it. Dude, the karma of fucking taking from me is more than karma for regular things. Because I was going to use that flour to make cookies to give to free. And I know that those scumbags that stole it, they're not going to do that. So that is so much goodness that isn't added into the world because people are scumbags. And so I'm just going to be like, I'm not going to let it make me mad. I'm not going to be mad because people are scumbags. Like, I was getting gas today, and I was so excited. I like when I get savings on groceries, because then I get 30 cents off a gallon at the tank. So I paid like $2.89 or something like that today. I was like, yes. And there's this guy and I'm thinking, I want something to drink. And I was like, well, I haven't had a root beer for a long time. I'm going to get a root beer. This guy goes up on his bike, and he just walks right up to the cooler, grabs 2 freaking drinks, gets on his bike, and rides on. Just blew out of his mind. Like when people, and he's just some, just some scumbag on the street. But wherever I go inside the store, and I see like women in the wine line with their makeup all fucked up, and they're just like, dude, you are no different than that, because they're just like, they're void of spirit. They've disconnected themselves from source creator, that thing that says, live life. Feel good, be happy, all those positive yay things. They've been stifled out by all the greed and perversion and butt stuff. Because that's what people would rather do with their free will. Because mentality cease, like for people that are drunks, alcoholics, people that like to drink a lot, even if it's just a little bit every day, those people, the havoc that they cause in the wreckage in other people's lives, and it doesn't even matter. You want to see a good representation of a freaking nightmare? Like, go watch The Bear, where the mom drives through the freaking kitchen on Christmas, or the front living room. You know what I mean? There's just people like, they don't got that voice that says, don't do that, it's gonna traumatize every person inside. No, it's just like, I'm mad, I'm gonna do what I want, and I don't care. And look at all the people that are driving into buildings now. I see it it's just weird. It's just, people are all gas, no brake. They don't got no discipline, and I'm not going to be out in the world around it. There's that guy, I did give an old dude a bird today because he was just freaking dumb. Like, that's what I was just, because the person at the left arrow turned green, the left arrow turned green, and they were sitting there. I give a little, just a little short one, not so the person go, because it's a green arrow and it's a short arrow, and I'm third in line and I want to go too, please. So they go, and then the guy in front of me, because I'm third, right, he's just sitting there, and he's sitting there, and he's sitting there. So now I fucking lay on no, he starts to go and then he stops, and I was like, no, he got the horn all the way through the intersection. Because now I gotta make you remember. I want to put in your frequency. Green arrow means go. I don't got AC. I get fucking hot, man. My fuse is like this. So it's everywhere I go. It's all the time. So I just laugh. Okay, here's another dumbass. Here's another one. Thanks for the content. And if you notice, if anybody notices, you can go back. I've done over 2,400 videos. I challenge anyone. intelligence artificial, any monitoring software, go to try to find any place in any of my videos that I am using, that I use ethnicity, that I use race, that I use anything like that to describe a human being. Because that's the planet I'm living on. And I'm not living on the planet where they sit, astrologers sit and talk about the DNC. It's just like, dude, you were perpetuating the horse shit. And to watch, dude, you want to see how a person is? Dude, yesterday I was listening to that RP guy, and he was fucking making fun of the dude. I don't watch this stuff, and I really don't appreciate content creators that make me watch this stuff. Like, I don't watch this, so I'm not going to watch them. He did play a clip where the son got very emotional, and then he made fun of him. See, because RP didn't know. The kid's autistic. He's neurodivergent. So because RP only sees how things are, and what I say is reality, and anything else beyond reality, well, it just doesn't exist because RP didn't say it. Come on. Yeah. Fucking jeez, man. The glutton. The spirit of the glutton. I cannot comprehend any other kind of reality, you know? And then I loved seeing on TikTok, they're reaming people for making fun of neurodivergent people. You know? I make fun of selfish and greedy people. That's who I make fun of. People that have so much to give of themselves, but they hinder because they're tiny little people. They don't want to give anything away of themselves because if they do, there might not be anything left for themselves. And look around. Look at all the people fucking going, like the cycles of people. How many people do I know fucking Omaha, Nebraska every fucking year, 2-3 times a year? It's a constant thing. They're going to fucking Florida, or they're going to Vegas, but nobody's in the cracks. All these people are just, do more of me for me. And all these people on society, they're like, I don't have the wherewithal. I don't know how to, I don't know where to go when I need help. I'm seeing more and more people live in their fucking cars and shit like that. And it's only going to get worse until people are like, wait a minute. You know? There's something I can do. Because everybody, I swear to God, everybody I watch on you, I just think everybody I see on planet Earth, I'm just like, you think that there's somebody else is going to help everybody that needs help. But you're okay in your situation in life right now. You got some sort of, you're acting how people want you to act. But if that behavior changes and is disruptive, and you ever become in a position where you are all alone and there's all these people that you have in your life, but you cannot call to them, what are you going to call to? All the good deeds you did before that you didn't do? The only thing that has gotten me and Mom through this life to the point that we are is me getting out of my own head. Getting over my fucking self. With your pain and your misery and your sorrow. Get the fuck up and go do something for somebody else. I complained about not having any shoes until I met a man with no feet. And everywhere I look, there's more homeless people because Americans their flesh is rotting on the streets. That's what this country is. The culture of this country is genocide and power, control, and dominance and butt stuff. That is American culture. There is a way that this nation should have been when the fucking colonists came over. They should have sat the fuck down, shut your fucking mouths, and learned the ways of the land. And even where I live in Taos, the natives became colonists. And I have to fight myself not to fight. In an outward way, not like literal, not in a literal way. I'm a peaceful being, but to go out with my, just talk shit. Just like, let them, when they go home and they're freaking sitting in their house with all of their amenities, and they didn't really do much that day, but they get to drive a county car or a city car, and they get all these things, and they just get to bask in all the security, while so many people are so insecure because, and it's disgusting to know. I know how much. I mean, look at all the freaking, like, the military. That is the biggest cancer on this planet, and now this country is getting its karma back. Why? Because look at all the refugees that America made. Look at all Obama through the Obama years. And when I was in Crete, my part in that, that's where it took off. That's where they brought all the equipment in, and then they took it, put it on the cargo, and brought it right to Iraq. I was the first stop shop. I saw it all, and I fucking hate Humvees, Hummers because of it. Can't stand Jeeps. Anybody that drives a Jeep or a Humvee, you're perpetuating war, because they're war machines. So people that celebrate things that are for death, I am no longer for. Because you can do whatever you want, but that's what you choose. And they're not fucking practical cars. They're all shit. They're hunks of crap. And so when I went to Crete, and I saw the 550 Marines that went in for shock and awe, they talk about how we went in, because that's what they do. You surprise them in the middle of the night, you blow them up, and then we go in and bring our infrastructure and take over for their own good. For freedom. For freedom. And democracy. Yeah, that's what it is. For freedom and democracy. Yeah. How many people are sleeping, kids? Yeah, all these people just boom, boom, boom. Here comes America. Boom, 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 boom. Because we can. And I've been talking about it ever since. Like, this is what's gross about this country. And to have to fucking sit around and watch people have parades for it and then blow off fireworks when it reminds me, Dude, I was only like 200 miles from there. I mean, I was very close to there. Like, I was not far from there. I mean, you can hear this shit, Where's the making up for it? People didn't make up for it. They just got rich and drank more because they feel bad about it. And I saw a reel TikTok the other day, where doctors said if you want to, like, reduce your your chance of reducing Alzheimer's, all that Alzheimer's and memory shit, all of it. Every single instance, ask them if they drink. How many people drink? What's the statistic? This person said that if you don't want Alzheimer's and reduce those risks, do not drink a drop of alcohol after 65. And COVID made people drunks, gave people permission to stay home. Well, I don't have anything else to do. And so now, like fast forward 4 years, people I got sober with, they ain't sober no more. They're all puffy and bad, right? But hey, they don't care. They know what 9 people out of 10 die that they're alcohol. They die from alcohol or some alcohol related something from just being dizzy and falling down and hitting your head. Just like, it is just straight up fucking poison. But that's legal because the demons run the earth. Demons run the earth because people allow that negative behavior. They can use their free will to not fight and blow people up and kill people. And to use that money and like give it to people, like, even if the idea is bad, let people figure it out. I think it's neat. I want to tell a cool story about my barber. She did lines. Oh, I figured out how to braid my hair too. I'm so excited. This is the 3rd day. But now I'm going to turn into one of those. I'm going to do it every day. Hopefully I'll get fast at it. So my barber, she's using me to learn how to do lines and stuff. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to see if she could do a cube next time. Just a cube. Like the 3D cube. Anyway, she told me the story. I was like, I got no beef with people, like, doing fun, like self-care and all that stuff like that. But, like, why can't everybody have a punch card? Like, for every 9 things I do to get paid, I'm gonna do something. I like, where's the charity? Where is the charity on? And she told me this story about how she overheard some lady that needed help, and she ended up going to her house and mowing her lawn. Because I was like, where are all the people? I said, that's okay if you do this and that. It's so funny because I use it for an example. I said, it's okay, you know, buy this, buy that. I said, but have you ever mowed an old lady's lawn? And she's like, as a matter of fact, I have. I'm like, of course you have. Of course you have, because people that are alike, they gravitate. It's like magnets. You gravitate toward each other. And people that, like, I fucking can't stand people that just want to live. What did I say this morning? It's the saying is same shit, different day. But to me, it's different shit, same day. And so when people consciously make decisions to just sit there and do nothing, and then you're like, and you're doing that, and then all of a sudden 20 years go by, and it's like, what have you added to planet Earth? And they have it, and it's just, and at some point, everybody knows you gotta freaking cash your chips in, you know? Like, it's inherent. And you can try to ignore it and stuff, but as people get, like, that's how many I think that is why suicide rates from the military are so high, because they know that it's just like, let us talk about that it's bullshit, you know, accept it, you know. And then there's a lot of guys that go off and like, oh, dude, I have worked in so many male-dominated careers, and every single one of these, the only thing that, like, gets better or, like, grows in the company is these guys' waistbands. Like, I mean, I have, like, because I'm in IT, I was in maintenance, you know, they work so hard to do so little, and then they go home because nobody's going to tell their wives what they're not going to tell their wives and their kids, because their wives, they use it for a tool of manipulation. I worked so hard. Now, my dad used to work in oil fields, so I saw how hard those guys did, and I see all the grime and stuff that I know. But he was also a truck driver, and so, but he would also, you know, he'd talk about how hard he worked. But, you know, a lot of it, I'm like, nah, you know, but anyway. And then when I got in these male dominant, I'm like, dude, you guys don't work. You guys have been lying. And so I've been trying to tell these people, don't let these guys tell you, unless they're like freaking, you know, I mean, you can tell when somebody is succeeding, I think, or doing well in life, because they're balanced in mind, body, and spirit. The great trifecta, right? You know, there's all these, your mind, you got to stay, you know, keep healthy. Your body, you got to keep healthy. And your spirit. And you got to do different disciplines. Sometimes the same thing will make them all, but sometimes they're discipline focused. And where are the people that do this stuff? Even in Taos, it's just like, when I don't go out, drive around on Sunday morning, because every time I freaking go out, drive, I see these people full of church parking lots. And I'm just like, dude, you guys, you're doing it wrong. Because, you know, I don't know, Taos, there's so many people that it's like so weird that the scumbags get enabled, and the people that would benefit from a little enabling and a little bit of help that could turn their lives around, they don't get it. Because the resources are too busy going for the people that just want to stay in the same cycle. We have to fight to live, man. We got to fight to live, because freaking people are just, they're taking themselves out. Where is it? Oregon and Idaho that you can, if you have a terminal disease, you can take a pill and die. It only takes a couple hours. I mean, they're making death too accessible. Which you're just, people are figuring out life, so they're just going to reincarnate into this freaking, I'm so happy to see all these young youths, though. So I don't get to be around kids a lot. I love kids. Kids are great. But I don't do things unless there's a reason. You know? And grown-ups around kids, it's kind of weird. But I like watching how their minds work and stuff like that. And so, and they're closer to source, so they got all the answers. And then the adults start saying, no, that's not true. And then, you know, by the time they're in kindergarten, they're already questioning themselves, and they're already obedient. And then here comes the program. But these kids got the knowing, man. They're remembering. You know, I love seeing these parents encourage their kid talking about their past lives. Like this one little boy heard his story about how he died in the towers in 9/11 during that demolition derby. Controlled demolition. See, don't that they try to keep us freaking they try to keep us down and quiet. We just can't be. You know, I just gotta tell the truth. Whenever I saw it, and I watched too many shows on PBS when I was a little girl. They told us what a controlled demolition was. So when I saw the towers fall at 10:30 that night, because I didn't even know they fell, I was like, that's a controlled demolition. And I started seeing, because I'm a truthful being, so the truth is shown to me, and I started getting all this stuff. Just nope, there were no planes. All that stuff, all of it, and whether it's true or not, whatever is gonna input question in there, because I'm not gonna believe in one reality. I'm gonna believe, okay, that's possible, but this is possible, and that's possible, and this is possible too. So any person that's trying to create one way of thinking, because that's how my brother is. So anybody that's like that, I'm like, no, you're a control freak. You know, why don't you calm down? You know, people that say that. You know, why don't, you know, they're there, all that stuff. That's what controllers do. Like, so the days of darkness are upon us, and I know a lot of people are just like, they're all about their love and light and stuff like that. But me and Mom, we're good, huh?
Yes.
Huh? We're in a pretty good place. Yeah. We're in a pretty okay place. I went to the store today just to get a couple things. I got an air fryer yesterday, so. An air fryer. I'm hooked. And my friend Fragine said that she knows people that get some, that's gotten them, and then they just want to do everything. And I'm like, yep, that's me. That's me. I got zucchini. Look at this. I threw some barbecue sauce in a bowl, and then tossed some wings in it. So that's what we're gonna be eating lunch today. Is these? I take the meat off the bone. But yep. And then I got Parmesan. So I can do, I didn't get Planko. Shit. I could use flour. I got this Louisiana chicken flour I can use. And so I got zucchini, and then I can do mushrooms, and I'm just super excited. Hardy! You go Boyanza, man! Oh, I got a story. See, I talked to one person on the phone. And I know I haven't done a talk in a long time, but when I talk to her, I say things, but sometimes I can't remember if I'm saying them to her or if I'm saying them on a talk. So if I, and I can't stand redundancy, so I try to stay away from it. You want over there, baby? So the yesterday, I was waiting for a FedEx package. I got this for Stan Lee. It has this feather on a stick that spins around and around. Oh, did you hear it? You just waking up? And then he figured it out though. He's funny. He puts his hand on both sides of it and traps it. Like, well, you solved it. Smart cat, you solved it. Here, you want that? Come here. I'll play with that for a while. So I got their liver support, Dinamarin, and then I got that toy. And I walked out because I could see they put out a window. I know when the delivery guy usually comes here generally. So I walked out to check, and I could see that there was a box down at the end of the driveway. Because where I live, there's a fence, and I locked the gate because I'm surrounded by scumbags that steal from me. So I try to keep them out, but then they get me. They come in with their fucking, so, but I got a solution for that. I think I'm going to get like two, like boards, and put them on both sides of the Latina fence. And then I'm going to get bolts. And I'm going to bolt the two boards together so they can't use a crowbar to take the Latinas off, the posts off, you know. And then I think I'm going to get razor blade barbed wire and put it on the inside of the fence and do it all nice and uniform so they can't see that it's all, so it'll be surprise them when they come down and put their hands on it or something, you know. And then I'm going to put trail cameras up so I can watch the whole show, because they got me and I'm not going to let them get me again. Scumbags, man. The world is being taken over. So I walk out, I go and get the box, and it was all mangled. The tape it wasn't even sealed. And I could see inside it there was like a syringe of medicine, like pate stuff, I'm guessing for cat, I don't know. And then something else. I didn't want to be too nosy, so I looked up the address. I tried to find who the person was. I Googled the name. Said this person works at freaking Taos, you know, where they worked, you know. Oh, Stanley's playing with it. And so I was pulling out to go take it to him, and FedEx was pulling in. I said, I'm going to take it down to him. I'm going to go deliver it to him. And I looked up before I left where they lived, but then when I got down there, I didn't have internet. Ooh, he got it. Well, he flipped it over. And so, I couldn't find the place again. Oh, I see what the trouble is here. You gotta put it over there. Is the AC. So I took it down, and then I figure out where it was, and then I go, and then there's this fork in the road. There's two dirt roads. One goes this way, and that's what a fork is. One goes there. It's like a one. There's a post right in between where these dirt roads are with the numbers on it. Now, where I live in Taos, people are just not that bright. So I couldn't determine. I even drove down because I want to be sure. I want to make sure like these people get their medicine for their animal. So I drive all the way down, and it's just a one-way dirt road. And then there's a gate and a house, and there's no number on the gate. There's nothing. There's no identifier. There's no. That would be too easy. That would make too much sense. And so I was like, well, fuck, you know, I thought about leaving it there, and I was like, I'll just leave it up by the post where the number is. When they come home, hopefully they'll see it. I can leave it, you know. And so I had to back up like a quarter of a fucking mile in the Suburban to get it, because it's just one. They don't think about like people that got it. They just don't think. People just live in a bubble, and they're fully consumed by themselves and their creature comforts and all that stuff, and they just don't understand. Like, I can imagine what it's like. Anyway, so I came home after I left it on the post, and then I found her on Facebook, and then I sent her a message, and then I get a message last night at like 9 o'clock, and she's like, well, I leave a blue bin back out there for and I was looking around, and I'm like, I'm not a fucking delivery person, lady. Like, no thank you, nothing. So she said, I'll go back out and look and see. And then she's like, all I found is the box. And she goes out, it's like fucking pitch black, you know? A wind could have gusted. I mean, there's so many things that could have happened, but people just only have one reality that they live in. Only one potential. There's only one the way that this could have gone. And I was just like, and she just said, okay, I'll get a hold of Chewy. And I was, whatever. At least I fucking tried. I hope the driver doesn't get in trouble. First I was like kind of pissed and stuff, but on the way back, I passed him, or when I was leaving, I passed him, and I mean, he was remorse. You can tell when people are sorry. It's when people aren't that fucking piss me off. When they fuck up and they don't even fucking, like, they can't cop to it. That shit makes me crazy. That's like, walk away, walk away. You know, dumbass, dumbass, but. So things are just gonna get goofier and goofier and goofier, so I'm just gonna stay out of the problem. Stay at home a lot, hang out with mom and my old critters, huh? It's almost 2 o'clock, but he's gonna start whining for dinner here pretty soon. They all had an ice cream though. I get them these they're called Barksters. And they're just little cups of ice cream. Oh, that's we got this little apple pie still, Mom. Cheesy bacon flavored Dogsters. Oh no. What did it's my fault. I shouldn't have freaking brought him out. Now Vinny's reminded. Now Vinny knows, Mom. I think I got steak fries to make, I want to make garlic aioli. Like truffle steak fries for the air fryer. I'm just gonna go to town. See, I'm late to the show. I'm late to the air fryer show. When the student is ready, the air fryer will appear. Oh, look, there's people in the Tucky room. Hi, Peta, how are you? Things are going fine here, actually. And fine, not even in the in terms of fucked up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. Not even that kind of fine. The real, like, we're okay. Like a lot of people are gonna come into their shit, and we're coming out of it. You know, like my heart. I did the fucking work while I watch people watch me do the work. Yeah, see, that's okay. I'm not going to use it all the time. It's everything in a moderation, my friend. And that's the thing, is like, I can't do things 100%. Like, I'm not going to, the only thing that I can be abstinent 100% on is alcohol. But anything else like that, you know, and cigarettes. I keep having cigarettes that I freaking, and the world is changing, and all these things that they know that are causing harm to people, they're gonna change. Things are changing. Like, I see little slits in the fabric of time where the earth is changing to a place that I might actually want to live on. And they're just stupid little examples, but they're there nonetheless, because in a world where, like, America, you know, it's all inflation, it's all greed. All inflation is greed. People, insecurity, it's all that crap. You know, there's no reason for any of it. It's economics is just more reindeer games made up. And because, dude, Mr. Dunlap was my economic teacher. Like, how the fuck did you get a career on teaching people? Jesus Christ. Hate, like, and I know about how rules and regulations, policies, and procedures work, because my whole life there are people that made me go by them as I watched other people in the room do whatever they want. And I'm like, hey, you can't do that. Yeah, we can. No, you know who we are? Why my mom is this, or my dad, you know, because of a relative or some advantage, you know? Now all these people have all the advantage, but they didn't do anything good with it. So when the pendulum swing, that's going to turn into a great disadvantage. There's going to be a rude awakening for so many people, and it's like, I'm not looking forward to it, because my body hurts when people are uncomfortable. I guess I better learn how to detach real fast, because there's going to be a whole lot of people that are going to instantly fucking lose everything, because they had everything for so long, and they didn't do anything to help anybody else, man. And people could say, like, you know, putting money in a fucking church basket and stuff like that is like, you know, but all you're doing is helping that pastor. That's all you're doing. And then when I look at these churches and I see what the pastors drive, and it's just like, you know, like, there's a Catholic church over here. This guy's like, must be like 400 pounds. I'm like, you're fucking choking on everybody else's blessings. Catholic church or some shit. I'm not into or any more kind of organized religion. I'm my own denomination. You know? God is good and the devil is evil, you know? And when I'm dark and ugly and I talk shit to people, I got that evil in me. So stop doing that, but ain't nothing is 100%, so I try. Anyway. I think I talked long enough. That's Stali, he's in the mood. Get it, Stali. He's bitchy. I was playing solitaire this morning. I haven't played solitaire in a long time. I started playing solitaire just for something to do, and he came up, sitting there watching me. He was all enthralled, and all of a sudden he just goes, like he coughed. Like it was like a cough, like a sneeze thing. He did it one time, and I was like, oh dear. And they did it a second time, and his food, all of his food and his water that he just consumed just came out. Good Lord. I've had a rough start the last few. I'm not sleeping a lot. That's, you know, it's just how it is. So I just have been trying to get rest so I'm not too overly tired and stuff. But things are definitely getting fucking goofy on planet Earth. That's for sure. They're definitely getting goofy on planet Earth and getting dangerous, man. Unhinged. And that's another thing. And that's like, if I can't, like, and it's just a phase I'm going through too. Things are supposed to be phases. We're supposed to try things out, dabble, and then maybe incorporate them. But people are so over the top, like with control, because if they do anything outside, then maybe this feeling of comfort will go away. So they try to make things the same. I learned when I was young not to do that, because my brother, if he found, or there are people in my life that knew if I liked something and I cared about something, that it would end up broken, stolen, like lost, like I would lose it. So I learned to keep things that I really cherish to myself. Just a better rule of thumb. Anyway, I've been running my mouth about an hour now. Benny's going to start whining, and I don't want to hear that. And I don't want to hear the sound of my voice telling Benny that I don't want to hear that. So I'm going to go ahead